Welcome back to the summit. Still with us, Omar El-Muqdad, a filmmaker and a journalist, Naveh Pinchas, a filmmaker, and Oren Rosenfeld, filmmaker and CEO of Holy Land Production. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for staying with us. Let's get to it. Should the film be allowed for screening? So, Naveh Pinchas, please take the lead.
Okay. Hello. I think the movie, first of all, it's going to be screened. It's in Israel. And the problem is, in Israel, that the theater and art in Israel, some of that is financed by the government and the state. So, if you are getting financed by the state will not tell you what to do with your own movies and private movies and private art. But if your art is being supported by the government can limit you.
That's propaganda. That's the definition of propaganda. Art shouldn't be governed by any rules.
So don't take the money, right? I'm with you. Show the movie. Don't take money for the government. Don't use government facilities. Don't use state government facilities. Do a free art in Israel. Show this movie in theaters in Israel. Don't take money from the government. That's it.
How is that going to happen if the vast majority of the fund comes from the government?
But Omar,
this is a different problem.
Omar, we're nearing the interaction. Yes,
I just want to react to what he says about this movie. Just give the facts straight, okay? Well, there is a problem in art, a little problem, when I say about a movie that is based on an actual event, it's like a gray line to do whatever I want. I can take American soldiers and put them like the massacre kids and children and babies, and if the people will connect to the movie, my film is great and amazing, and they will think these events are real. This day, 74 years ago, this day,
one second, gentlemen, we want to hear both of you. So let me finish. Please.
This day, 74 years ago, it was a war. It was the independence of Israel. It was a UN resolution about separation of this land. This is facts. The Arabs attacked first. This is facts. Israel won that war, and that's it. This movie is based on these events, and is taking this little. It's a fictional event. It's lies. It's false. It just provoke hate and lies and incitement against Israel. I'm not against art. Do whatever you want.
Yes, Omar, please.
Responsibility.
Omar, Naveh, if it was classified as fiction, would that work? Is the quote-unquote problem here is the based on real stories element?
I tell you what, yes, because it's a gray area. I tell you what, I don't want to lecture no artist what to do with his art. Everybody can do everything, and I agree with you. Things in history that are important to being told, and movies are kind of the way to do this. But when you rewrite history, and when I say rewrite history, we are artists, we know how to do these manipulations. I can make a movie about World War II when the Jews were being massicared in the Holocaust.
Yeah, the examples are endless.
It does not incite violence. It does not incite this one.
Omar, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that the person, after he saw this family being massacred, will think, what the person who's going to see this movie, who don't really love Israel or hate Israel, when he's going to connect to the characters, and going to love the characters, and love this family, when you're going to see these soldiers killed and doing this massacre, what do you think he will think, the viewer? The regular viewer that doesn't even conflict. What do you think? He will like Israel? He will like soldiers? He will like the Jewish people? What do you think? What do you think it will?
According to your logic, we shouldn't show any form of aggression against civilians or innocent civilians because that's not what I'm saying.
I just ask what do you think? I just saying what do you think this movie will provoke? Not generally. What this specific movie? What does it does?
Well, all this artists. Movie is we
all know how to manipulate our viewers. Why do you think?
Let's allow Omar to answer, please.
For sure.
A lot of Israeli civilians needs to acknowledge the fact that this is part of their history. This is what opened the debate up. This is create a new
what's part of the history is that they started a war and there was casualties both sides.
One side it's not who is right and who is wrong and who started what.
No, I'm sorry. In this movie, it is about who's right and who's wrong. This is what you're mistaken. This movie is about who's right and who's wrong, and the creators are drawing the line, not you. This is the problem. This is the responsibility I'm talking about. You are speaking about this movie like it's in history, and then when you come to the characters and the narratives and the things that the people will feel, you are being naive. No, it's just violence. No, this will incite.
No, so we should
me and you know.
All the movies that talk about
we all know what this movie is. doing.
Omar El-Mukdad, Naveh Pinchas, obviously we're talking two very much conflicting narratives here, and we will dive into that.
Facts, that's it.
Yes.